Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you have had a wonderful weekend. My name is Kat. I am the Nurse Flipper. I am a full-time reseller out of North Florida. And today I'm going to show you some bread and butter items that have sold over the last week or so in the $20 to $50 range. These are items that are pretty easy to find. The majority of these have sold very fast. There are some that have taken longer that I picked up really cheap. And so if you have room, there's stuff you might want to look at. If you don't, definitely skip those that take a long time to sell. And I do tell you exactly how long everything took to sell. I tell you what I paid, where I found it, and what it actually sold for. So majority are fast selling in this video. There are a lot of clothes. So if you're not a big clothes fan, not sure if you'll like this one, but they are brands that I find often. They are brands I find cheap, and clothing can be kind of annoying to me to list, but the shipping is absolutely great because it doesn't break. You throw it in a poly bag. So you got to kind of weigh the pros and cons on what you're selling, decide what works for you. For me, it's a big mix. We sell a little bit of pretty much everything, and I'm going to give you a good sampling of that right now. I always like to start off with the back door of my eBay because I can tell you what I'm selling all day long, and really you could check the sold comps because I don't hide it, but I just like to be completely transparent with you. So today is really low. We're at $32. It is early in the morning though. I am recording this on Saturday. For the last week, we're almost at $2,000, which is way lower than what I want. So my goal is 20,000 a month, which means I need 5,000. And you can see we are down 24.5%. We're 11.4 for the month, but our 90-day total is almost at 40,000. So with that, I am happy because we are making progress. We're so close to that $40,000 mark. And I personally know my sales are down because I have been concentrating on getting Dalton ready for school, which starts back tomorrow, as well as trying to have a lot of fun with him before the summer ends. So I've not been listing as much as I should. So I do feel that my low sales are a direct reflection of that. And once he goes back tomorrow, hopefully I will get back in the swing of listing and those sales will increase. So I'm going to show you a good sampling of what makes up that $1,955 for the week. And it is not everything. It is just those items between about $20 and $50. And on Wednesday, I am going to show you all of the higher dollar items that sell for $50 and more. So if you're trying to get your average sales price up, definitely keep an eye out for that video. And we're going to go ahead and get started. First up is one that took a little bit longer to sell. This one took a little over a year. So this is a clothing item that I wouldn't pick up if you don't have a ton of space. So Ralph Lauren sleep shirt, pastel paisley. I really thought that this one would sell faster. Typically Ralph Lauren for me. I accepted a best offer of $24 on this one, but I picked it up for only $1 at the thrift store. So this one is about an $18 to $19 profit. And here we'll take a look. You can see there is that Ralph Lauren tag. It was an extra large, so I feel like it was a good size as well. And there is that embroidered RLL on the pocket. Ralph Lauren is a good brand, but not all pieces sell fast. Like this one took longer to sell. So I would say if you are looking at Ralph Lauren or picking it up, try and find a piece that is similar in look and size to yours. Football season is upon us, my friends. This is an Adidas men's polo shirt, large green USF, logo embroidery, University of South Florida, the Bulls. So this sold for full price in about 3 months. But again, football season is starting. NFL preseason is on TV as we speak, my friends. I am excited. I'm a big football fan. So if you have football stuff, get it listed. So I paid $1 for this polo. It sold for $25, another $19 profit. And again, 3 months, but it wasn't football season when I listed it. So a lot of football stuff is going to start selling right now. If you have it, get it listed. Next up is another fast sale. This one sold in under 2 months. It is a sterling silver Padre Nuestro. It's a prayer pendant, vintage. I did put Jesus relief design. Sold for a best offer of $36. I sent out an offer of 10% off. I only paid $5 for this one. So this one's about a $25 profit very fast. I love when jewelry sells fast. I'm okay if it takes longer though, because it's really small. You can see this one's right at 1 inch and it is super easy to ship. So I love selling jewelry. That is probably my favorite category to sell in, and religious items for me in the jewelry category historically have done very, very well. This is another very fast sale. This one sold in under a month. This is a vintage Navajo handmade beaded suede coin purse. I did put zipper, Native American design. It sold for full price at $24.99. I got it in an online auction lot. I absolutely love Southwest and Native American items. And this one I paid about $5 for. So it is about a $15 profit, but sold in under a month. And it's actually a little bit bigger than a coin purse. I'll show you here in a second with the tape measure. So it's about 5 inches, so a little bit bigger than what you would think of as a typical coin purse, but beautiful vintage design. I picked up a lot of Southwest and Native American lots, and I am very, very happy with this sale. If you do not know about cycling jerseys, definitely remember this look and keep an eye out. This is a Tick extra small pink striped long sleeve cycling jacket or jersey. I did put lightweight in pockets, and this one sold for full price in 2 months, and I only paid $1 for this. I will pop the video up top for you from my Cat's Treasure Hunting channel. I found over 50 jerseys at the thrift store for $1 each. I completely cleared the rack, and we are making quite a bit off of them right now. So this one is about a $23 profit in 2 months. Very, very happy with that. There is the Tick. You can see the extra small, and this is a big thing to look for cycling jerseys, to be able to recognize them in the thrift store. They do have the back pockets for the cyclists, and I have done very, very well with cycling jerseys. So if I can find them under $4 or $5, I do typically pick them up. Next up is a Nike Dry Fit WGU XL Western Governors University, not a well-known university. When I see these, I pick them up. And the reason for that is typically your less known universities don't have as much merch as the more popular ones. So it typically tends to sell very well. Now, this one took 8 months. Here we are getting into football season. Sold for full price, another $1 pickup at the thrift store, another $22 to $24 profit. So I said at the beginning of the video, we have been pretty heavy on clothing selling this week. I have the hiccups if you hear me, but I'm really happy with this sale. And again, I do have a lot of space, so I'm okay with these items that do take a little bit longer to sell. Next up is one that some of you might not realize the value, and that is this vintage Avon gold cherub magnifying glass pendant. And it's not just Avon and it's not just cherubs. The big thing is magnifying glass pendants. That is the big thing to me. And there are a lot of them that are very valuable, more valuable than the one you're seeing here. But This one sold pretty fast in 4 months, and it sold for full price at $40. I paid about $5 in an online auction lot, making this one about a $28 profit. Very small jewelry piece. Again, jewelry is very easy to store. It's very easy to ship. You can see here we do show the Avon mark, and this one's heavy. You can see it's 38 grams, and the magnifying glass pendants sell very, very well for me. There's one, I believe it's a Kirk's Folly, that's worth over $100. So just keep your eye out if you see magnifying glass pendants. Look at this, another cycling jersey. This one sold for $24.99. Again, picked them up for $1. This one is a Zoot Ironman Florida Triathlon. It is a small, so all of my cycling jerseys are small and extra small, which I would say is not typically something I would pick up. But when I picked them up in such mass quantity, what we did is separate out the ones that were worth $25 or more, and the rest of them went into lots. Because I only paid $1 each, I can put 3 of them for, say, $30, get 10 each, and still make a good profit. So the Ironman ones can be very valuable depending on which Ironman competition it was, as well as the design. Some of them are pretty valuable. So here you can see this one was a North American Tri-Club Championship in Florida. You can see the small size, and whoa, I skipped right past it. Here on the back, this one does have the pockets. You can't see them great, but they are there. It's pretty cool how they have the Florida spelled out on the bottom there. And we do show the measurements of each. A lot of you ask what app we use. So the app we use for these measurements is Smart Sizer, and it is only available on the iPhone. So if you're Android like myself, you're in a bit of a pickle. I don't know of any on Android that work as well as this one. I actually bought an iPhone just to use for my eBay business, and this app is one of the reasons why. So this one is a $18 to $19 profit, and it sold in 2 months. This Chinese vintage hand-painted tile wood folding screen sold in 2 months. I did put scenic bird and floral, and sold for $44.99. I picked it up for $5 at the thrift store. I saw this and I knew I have sold quite a few. Some of them are more valuable than this one, and it is typically pretty easy to find these on Google Lens in my experience, or something very similar. So this one is about a $32 profit in 2 months. Not too bad. Look at the birds. I just noticed that, actually. I think I probably should have put those birds on the front picture. I think I like those better. Let me know what you think. But, you know, I didn't, and it still sold, and it sold fast. Really pretty. These are hand painted with that wood outlay, and they're actually ceramic tiles there in the middle. This is a pretty heavy piece, and it was a great sale. Next up, this one is pretty cool. This is a McGuire Nicholas oil saddle leather tool pouch distressed. I did put electrician, and this one came in a tool lot, and it was sold in under 2 weeks. Here you can see the McGuire Nicholas. The crazy thing is this actually sells for $25 on Amazon, but I thought it being used actually made it a little more desirable. I priced it at the same price as Amazon. I only paid a couple of dollars for this, so it's an $18 profit, and it sold very, very fast for the same price as a new one does on Amazon. Another fast sale here. This is a Malcolm Moran bronze sculpture girl with dove on black base. This one did sell for full price, $39.99 in under 2 weeks. This is another one I got from an online auction lot, and this one I paid about $5. So it is about a $26 to $27 profit. Again, very fast. You can see the dove in her hand there. This is a really cool sculpture, and bronze and brass sculptures are something I love. You can see this one's small. She is only 6 inches, including the base, And there is that signature on the bottom. That is a Malcolm Moran signature. I could not read that, so don't think that I could. I identified this using Google Lens, and then I compared the signature on the bottom of mine to those that had identified the artist. And this was a great sale, very, very fast. Next up is a pair of men's camo board shorts. This is actually the last pair I have. I think I got 2 or 3 pairs, and I paid $2 a piece. These sold for $24.99. Watch for Volcom, and the camo seemed to do especially well. These are about an $18 profit, very fast, under a month. So a brand that you really need to know, and we sold them all out within a month. So watch for Volcom. This gorgeous necklace sold in under 2 weeks. This is a vintage 1/20th 12 karat gold filled genuine jade pendant. This one sold for $34.99. I got it in an online jewelry lot for under $5. So this one is about a $25 profit, very, very fast. I love picking up jade, one of my favorite things. Here you can see we do show the 1/20th 12 karat gold filled stamp on that one. And here you can see this one's close to an 18-inch necklace. And it was originally from Charles Erks Jewelers. I don't put that in the title if it's not something that's well known that people would search for. And this picture might have been a little bit better to use as my front, but again, it did sell very, very fast. So no complaints on this one, and a really, really good profit. This one sold in under a day, and I was very happy with the sale, and I'm going to tell you why. This was a pendant, but the bail broke off. So really, it's just a piece of sterling silver with turquoise. And you can see I did put vintage Navajo Old Pawn turquoise silver cluster pendant or luck charm, and I put C. So in the notes, I put it's a pendant, but the bail's broken off and needs to be repaired, or they could use it for like a good luck pocket charm. They could put it on a ring. There are a lot of things that could be done, but all of them, except for a pocket charm, required work. So price is at $29.99, but accepted a best offer of $25 on this one. And here you can see the photographs. It is just shy of an inch. It is 10 grams, so it is a little bit heavier, and it's sold in a day. And I was happy with the 25 that I got, considering it needs some work. Next up are some that kind of are the mid-range for selling. These took 6 months to sell. It's a pair of vintage Victorian. I did put cottagecore retro cotton lace trim pillowcases. Pick these up for $1 at the thrift store. I accepted a best offer of $22 on these, making them about an $18 profit. I love the vintage linens. If you know me, you know that. And these are absolutely beautiful cases. They took 6 months, but for vintage linens, that is a time frame that I am happy with. This is a brand that I personally love to pick up, and that is Sack Roots. This is a floral pattern, small crossbody bag. I did put adjustable strap, zipper pocket, sold for full price at $24.99 in about 7 months. I only paid $3 for this at the thrift store, so $16 to $17 profit. Very easy to photograph purses, in my opinion, and I love Sack Roots. If I carried purses, I think Sack Roots and Lily Bloom would kind of be my style. I love the colorful floral and animal print ones, and I think I probably would have been better using this picture as a front picture. With a lot of these, as I'm looking through the listings, I'm like, oh, there was a better picture. So maybe I need to pay a little more attention to that when I'm putting listings up. And this one was a great sale. Took 7 months, but good profit. Another item that sold very, very fast in under 2 weeks. This is a collectible vintage Scotty Dog weaved gold tone rhinestone. It's a little tiny coin purse. If you look here, you can see that little kiss lock. It is the cutest little thing. And I was able to find comps on this with Google Lens. And it was new in the box, but I felt that showing it without the box made it display more attractively. And This one sold for $34.99 very fast. I only paid a couple of dollars in a online auction lot, and it is about a $26 profit. So very, very happy with that. And again, you can see the little kiss lock, and by the box, you can see this had like a little rain hood inside of it. I'm not sure how they squashed it into there, but they apparently did. It does have cute little pearls there. I didn't put that in my title. That might have helped a little bit, but again, this one was another fast sale. Next up, and I'm going to show you a few of these because I've done very well with nutcrackers, and most of them are Walmart brand nutcrackers. So this one's a vintage Queen of Hearts face card nutcracker. I did put hand painted wooden and Christmas, and this one sold for $39.99, and there are a few more that I am going to show you as well. This one I got in a big online estate auction. I picked up a ton of nutcrackers. I'm about $5 into each. So this one is going to be about a $26 profit, and it sold in a month and a half. And again, there's another one. I think that might have been a better picture to show. And here you can see them, and really, really cute nutcracker. And my first picture was out of focus, so kind of surprised that this one sold as fast as it did. Next up is a handcrafted blue beaded choker native necklace. This one I put the doll with it because the doll is not worth selling by herself. She's only worth probably, I would say, $5 to $10. So threw her in as kind of a bonus. And this one sold really fast for $29.99. And I paid $5 for it in an online Southwest jewelry lot. So it's about a $19 profit. Very fast. I love the beaded jewelry, and I really love the little dolls. They're just not overly valuable, so I don't list them by themselves. I will throw them in with a necklace like this or lot several of them up to get to that price point that I want to have, which is $25. Next up is one that took forever, and the majority of my Longaberger stuff sold relatively fast, but this one actually took over a year and took half off, so it sold around $27. It's a Deck the Halls 2000 basket combo, and it's a Christmas one selling in August, so it took forever, and it sold out of season. Not sure why. Maybe I priced it too high because it did take that half off offer. I paid $8 for this one, so it's only about a $15 profit, but I'm glad to see it go because it is a bigger piece. So it did take up a lot of space while we were waiting for it to sell. You can see it does have the liner as well as the insert, which definitely, in my opinion, helps to sell them. I really don't pick up Longaberger unless they have all of the stuff with them because I haven't had very good luck in basket only sales. Another fast sale. This is a 2012 Domo limited edition, approximately 6.5 inches. This one sold for a best offer. I sent out $22.50, 10% off in under a week. And it was missing an eyeball. You see, I wrote read and you can see there's no eyeball there. Still sold for $22.50, super fast. Watch for Domo. This is the second that we have sold. We did have two of them. Both sold extremely fast. I was not familiar with this brand before I got these in an online auction lot, but now I definitely know to keep an eye out for it. Next up, I told you more nutcrackers were coming up. This is a Thanksgiving Pilgrim Nutcracker, 13-inch, sold for $24.99 in a month. I'm only a few dollars in, so this is another $17 profit. Very fast. Guys, we are quickly coming up on fall, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas. Get that stuff listed. Now's the time to get it up. Here you can see this one's a really, really cute nutcracker, and I'm not a nutcracker fan, but I have bought quite a few nutcracker lots off of estate auctions. I feel like people either have a ton or they don't have them. So I personally don't have them, but I find them in big lots often. This one's really cute with the pumpkins around the base and was an excellent sale. All right, I wanted to put this one up because this one's a no-no. And this one, I picked it up because it was so pretty and so tiger striped, and it took over 2 years to sell, and it sold for $30. And Selling an 11-inch vase for $30, in my opinion, with time and packing is not worth it. And I thought that this would do good because of how it looked, and I was wrong. So I put this up to tell you, make sure you comp. This one I still made about a $15 profit, but again, not something I would pick up again, though it's a beautiful vase. So if I was picking it up for myself to use at the house, yes, but to resell, I think this one is one I would pass over. This one is going to be the last one on eBay, and then we're going to jump over to Mercari and Poshmark. This is a set of 6 Pier 1 teal aquamarine napkins. They took over a year. They still sold for $20 though, and I only paid $2. So they're about a $15 profit, and when they're folded, they don't take up a ton of space. These are really plain. That's probably what took them so long to sell. And here you can see the Pier 1 imports tag. I really do not pass up Pier 1 because I do well with it. This took a long time, but it was still a good profit for what it was. Moving over to Mercari, this was a really great sale. This is a vintage handmade rainbow striped crochet scarf. I did put kitsch, boho, wrap, and granny. Sold for $40. I only paid $5, so about a $30 profit, and I'm very happy with this sale. This one you can see here, beautiful rainbow on this, and it's a very, very big scarf. It's more of a shawl. You can see almost 20 inches by 58, and I am very, very happy with the sale. And if you watched my video last week on Mercari, all we sold are shoes, and now we have a little variety that you're going to see coming up next. Next up, I told you guys Halloween, Christmas, fall is a Department 56 Halloween vintage fence. This is super cute with the little jack-o'-lanterns. This was new in the box, sold for $30. I only paid $5, so about a $20 profit on Mercari. So here you can see this cute little fence. Really, really cute. Look at the black cat on it. This is a really, really cute piece. And it didn't take very, very long to sell. And again, we got some variety going on over here on Mercari. Next up, this was a really fast sale. I did accept 10% off. It's a mid-century amber glass vase. It was made in Spain. Sold for $45. I only paid $5. So this one's about a $30 profit. And I love this piece. And we'll take a look here at it closer. There you can see it. There is that made in Spain sticker. So that is how I was able to identify that. And I really, really love this piece. And this is something I would pick up again. And it sold fast in a month. Next up on Posh, I love this towel. This is a Land and Vintage Rugby yellow stripe beach towel. The funny thing is somebody had it embroidered and it says Sea Nile, like the sea. And I loved it. I picked this up for $3 at the thrift store. It sold for $35. Payout was $28, so a $25 profit. Did take a little bit longer, but I really love this piece. I thought that was just super cute. And this is a really, really high quality towel. So towels and throw blankets are a couple of my things that I really appreciate, high quality ones. And so if I see them, I definitely pick them up. Sometimes I keep them for my own personal use, and sometimes like this one I resell. Next up is a Lori Rodkin gold vermeil over sterling silver ring. This one's really simple. That's why I wanted to show it to you, because I get a lot like this in lots, but if they are by a known designer, they will still sell. This picture is kind of out of focus. Jewelry can be difficult, and we do a lot of it, and still, as you see, can have some issues with photographing. So payout on this one was $28. I paid $5, so it is about a $23 profit, but it sold very, very fast. So here you can see that one's a little more in focus, but this is a really small ring. And here are the initials and her marking. That's how I was able to identify it. It was a size 8, which is a good size for sure. But again, not the best of pictures. I'm not overly impressed with those, but it's still sold. That is what is important. So definitely, if you're not cross posting, try out List Perfectly. Watch my last List Perfectly video. I'll pop it up for you now. And you can actually get a month for free on me. And all of these Mercari and Poshmark sales would not have happened without cross posting via List Perfectly. Next up is this Love Betsy Johnson rose gold kitty cat face purse. I love picking up Betsy Johnson, especially the cats, and she also has telephone purses. Stuff like that normally goes pretty fast for me. So this one sold in just a couple of months. I only paid $5. Payout was $25, and I did get this at the thrift store. It is a $20 profit. So watch for Betsy Johnson. Some of her pieces actually go pretty darn expensive, and then other ones don't sell at all. So you really have to try and find something similar, look it up and make sure it is selling. You can see there was a little bit of wear on the liner, and then there was some gold loss here on the front of the purse. Nothing too bad, but it still sold and was a great $20 profit. Last up, if you do not know about these, definitely watch for them. This is a Trident Shark Attack. The long bill fishing hat is what I was saying to watch for. So this one sold for $30. Payout was $24. I paid $2 at the thrift store, $22 profit. I actually got 2 of these at the same time. So watch for bills that are longer than normal. You can see it here from the side very well, and it has the neck protector as well. These sell and can sell very high. The long-billed fishing hats, especially with the neck sun protector, will do very, very well. All right, that was everything. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you picked up some new things. Let me know what the favorite item I sold of yours is down in the comments. Hit the thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. And I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I know it's ending here soon. School starts back tomorrow. We start really early here in Florida, so some of you might not be going back for a while still, but in Florida, we do start early and we get out early. So the kids are going back tomorrow. I am excited to have some alone time. I love him, don't get me wrong, but some alone time would be nice. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you on the next one.